What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity ENC, and you are jumping into our time machine as I cover the Attitude Year Season 3. We're covering WWF SmackDown from May 25th, 2000, live in Evansville, Indiana. And we're going to get the fallout from Raw's War, where we saw The Undertaker show up and go after the McMahon-Helmsley faction. And we see Vince, Shane, and the hardcore champion Jericho Briscoe arrive in a limo. Undertaker chases them backstage with a motorcycle. Vince falls off a ladder trying to get away. And then we cut to the arena where police are in the ring. Vince comes out. Vince says, "Did you see the Undertaker trying to run me over? You better do your job tonight. Undertaker, I'm calling you out." Undertaker comes out. Vince says, "Who the hell do you think you are? You're playing a game. You think you're above the law. You're going to pay the price tonight. Before I have your ass arrested, I got something to get off my chest. I was so happy at Judgment Day because you interfered and single-handedly cost The Rock the WWF Championship. You are the reason The Rock isn't the champion today. I wouldn't turn my back on The Rock anytime soon. You are now under contract with the WWF. You walked out on me. You're trespassing on my property. Officers, arrest that man." Undertaker says, "This is the way it goes down. Your wife signed me to a fat contract. You get the pleasure of paying me lots of money to kick your stink ass." Vince says, "Arrest this man for vehicular, I get vehicular manslaughter." The cops says, "If I arrest him, I gotta arrest you for touching a police officer." The cops leave. Undertaker grabs Vince by the throat, and Shane McMahon hits Undertaker in the back with a steel chair. And although the McMahons try to get the Undertaker out arrested, the police and the Undertaker outsmarted Vince. Vince just needs to keep his hands to himself and not on the police officers. Um, Next, we have WWF Tag Team Champions Edge and Christian defending against Chyna and the European Champion Eddie Guerrero. We see Chyna land a neck breaker to Christian. Chyna then lands a cartwheel elbow. Edge spears Chyna, and Edge and Christian double team Chyna. Edge pushes the referee, which then causes a DQ victory for Chyna and Guerrero after Edge and Christian attack Eddie and Chyna. Random match here on SmackDown between these four, but I guess Edge and Christian are looking for new competition, and that's what they got here. Crashes in the APA office and he sprays beer on Faarooq. Uh, Vince tells Jericho Briscoe to watch out for The Rock and The Undertaker backstage. Our second match of the night, we see Faarooq defeating Crash Holly in a hardcore match after Faarooq hits a Dominator on top of a trash can and Crash's luck continues to get worse and worse as the weeks go by. Next up, we have a triple threat #1 contenders match for the Intercontinental Title. Chris Jericho versus Hardcore Holly versus Val Venis. And Holly gets the win after Holly hits a flying leg drop to Chris Jericho as Jericho hits Val with a Lion's Saw. Hardcore Holly steals the victory here, and we'll get a shot at Chris Benoit's Intercontinental Championship soon. The Rock arrives in a limo. Vince tells him that The Undertaker is the reason why The Rock isn't champion. Vince tells The Rock that he has the night off. Rock slaps Vince McMahon and gets to the limo and goes home. So again, Vince just constantly getting attacked here on SmackDown. Next, we see Matt Hardy with Jeff Hardy taking on Essa Rios with Lita. During the match, Essa accidentally bumps Lita off the apron, and then Matt hits Essa with a twist of fate, and Matt gets the victory. After Essa Rios power bombs Lita and hits her with a moonsault, the Hardy Boys attack Essa Rios and help Lita to the back. And it looks like we're going to get the start of Team Extreme here on SmackDown. Triple H suggests that Shane McMahon fight The Undertaker tonight to prove to everybody and his father that you can't mess with the McMahons. Next up, we have Too Cool and the Dudley Boys teaming up against DX and TNA with Trish Stratus and Tori in their corner. Albert accidentally hits the referee, which causes a craziness. Rikishi comes out and attacks the heels, and the Dudleys hit a 3 to X-Pac, and the Dudley Boys and Too Cool get the victory. After the match, Too Cool, Rikishi, and Dudleys dance, and the Dudley Boys, especially Bubba, pulls out his best Macarena dance moves here on SmackDown. Next up, we see Intercontinental Champion Chris Benoit defending against Kurt Angle. Hardcore Holly comes out and hits Kurt Angle with his steel chair. which gives Angle the DQ victory. After Holly swings at Chris Benoit, Benoit ducks, ends up hitting Hardcore Holly with a steel chair, and these two men will meet for the Intercontinental title down the line. Next up, Bull Buchanan with the Big Boss Man defeats Al Snow with Steve Blackman after Boss Man hits Al Snow with a nightstick and Bull Buchanan lands a bicycle kick. After Big Boss Man hits Steve Blackman with the nightstick some more. And I'm really over the Big Boss Man. I don't really see the necessity of having him every week, but this is a way to put over Bull Buchanan, I guess. And we've made it to the main event, Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker. Shane comes down to The Undertaker. Tonight is your judgment day, just like it was the big shows when I beat him on my own. Undertaker choke slams Shane. DX attacks. Triple H runs out. They all attack The Undertaker. The Rock comes out, lands a rock bomb to Vince. Undertaker tombstone Shane, and The Undertaker chases DX off with his motorbike. So although DX got the advantage on The Undertaker, The Rock came out to help him, and now The Rock and Undertaker look like they're going to be going after the McMahon-Helmsley faction, and they're working together this time. And I'm excited to see what's to come with this. A lot of good stuff coming your way. We've got King of the Ring, the next pay-per-view that we're going to be covering in June. We've got one more Raw to finish the month of May, and then we're heading into June. Make sure you subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to stay notified when new content is created. Follow us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Until next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.